What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of Let's Shoot the Shit. This is Level Up Reports here, and this is going to be a little bit of a different kind of episode. I know it's only episode 2, and I'm already saying it's a different kind of episode, but I wanted today's short little video episode to revolve around giving a big thank you and wish a happy retirement to JDC Johnny Curtis, also known as Fandango in WWE. I looked up a little bit of his wrestling accomplishments throughout his career. He won a lot of titles on the indie circuit. He was in FCW. Looks like he was in Deep South Wrestling as well. He won the FCW tag titles when he signed originally with WWE. And a lot of people don't remember that he actually won the 4th season of NXT back when it was a competition show, before it became the developmental that we know NXT to be today. So, not only that, I didn't even know that his only title in the WWE was the NXT Tag Championship he won one time with Tyler Breeze as Breezango. So, very interesting career. If you weren't around in 2013 to 2016, but mostly towards 2013, 2014, when he reappeared as Fandango, and that music fucking played, that shit went so fucking viral. It was beyond comprehension, to the point where I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, his debut match was against Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 29, which he won in a one-on-one singles match. Awesome career. Obviously, he spent his last little bit with TNA as JDC. He didn't really win any titles from what I looked up and what I saw. I don't really follow TNA that deeply, so even if he did, I wouldn't have really known. I'm just going off what, Wikipedia says off that part. But just a really great career for Fandango when you really think about it, because the industry needs characters like Fandango. The wrestling industry cannot survive if you don't have characters who just, they don't take themselves seriously. Like, Goldust walked and somewhat ran, but he walked so teams like the Spirit Squad could come after. And teams like the Spirit Squad, while Goldust obviously outlasted the Spirit Squad, that, to my recollection of my limited knowledge in the wrestling space, I'm not a total fucking mark. I'm not a super historian. But the Spirit Squad is what kind of followed up to even more comedy gimmicks later. Like, I know we have older gimmicks like Doink the Clown and shit like that, but I'm thinking of like Brodus Clay with the Funkadactyls, even if that was a fucking failure. Then Brodus Clay with the Funkadactyls, you transition that into something like Fandango. And Fandango's character being as popular and as viral as it was, kind of the flamboyant, the kind of out there, super just pompous kind of character, in the sense of like, he's not going to be taken seriously as any kind of champion, at least not if it's main event level. Like, a US title for him would be like the highest that kind of character could ever realistically go, unless he got so over to the points where the fans were just demanding. But characters like Fandango are the reason why now we have this thing with Kit Wilson that's going on. And granted, that came about because of Elton Prince, and we wish him a speedy, healthy recovery. Hopefully he can get back in the business, but it's a serious fucking injury and surgery seems like he's going through. But people like Fandango and those types of characters pave the way later down the line for people like Kit Wilson. And, just great career from Fandango when you really think about it. Like, his theme song is so iconic that it honestly, you could say it's iconic in the tier of like wrestling legends. When you hear Fandango's theme music, everybody knows who the fuck that is. Whether you're a casual, whether you're a mark, whether you're just someone who comes in and out on a more regular basis, watches the weekly TV but might not watch the PLEs, whatever, if you were around during the 2010s and even recently with his appearance on NXT, when you hear that music, you know who the fuck he is. That shit made the charts on iTunes. People know who the fuck Fandango is. So just great not recovery. I'm still thinking about Elton Prince. Great career for Fandango, Johnny Curtis, JDC. Wish him a great retirement as an in-ring performer. Hopefully we can still see him on screen in some kind of management role, or, you know, a microphone, some kind of, you know, just anything along those lines. Just keep him in the business. But other than that, guys, that's all I had for you. If you like this little shoot the shit video here, leave a like, hit that subscribe button down below. Dislike if you dislike, doesn't matter to me. Leave a comment for engagement, and let's try to build this community, you know, the best we can. See you guys.